Hello and welcome to the CFC Talk. And tonight we haven't got a podcast. I know the layout looks different and everything looks different, but tonight we are predicting the Premier League. Of course, there is still the possibility of this video going out after the first few matches are played because we are literally jam-packed with everything. We had podcasts. We've been uploading podcasts since 2-3 days directly, and then we've got a podcast coming up tomorrow as well. Make sure to watch that. So I apologize if this doesn't go up on time, but if it does, thank you to everyone. But we've got Alex and Amart here as well, join with us, who will be telling us their predictions. We're going to be going quite fast on this because we've got quite a lot to cover. So just giving everyone a heads up of what is coming up throughout the video. We have the top 4 prediction and then the bottom 3 prediction, and then we're going to have the Golden Boot winner and the playmaker of the Premier League for the next season, which will be the most assists, and then predicting Chelsea's score and the amount of goals that we're going to concede, following with the trophies that we can win this season, as well as some other stats for around the Premier League and other leagues as well. So firstly, hello and welcome to the video, Alex and Amart.
Hello, sorry, great to be on again, as always. Really looking forward to seeing what your predictions are, and yeah, making some predictions for this season.
Yeah, same. I'm also ready for these predictions.
I think it got pushed over quite a few times. We were going to record on Thursday night, and then we're basically recording one day before it's meant to go up. So if it happens, then you guys need to leave a like on this. Then I don't think we're going to be uploading this one on the other platforms, but if we do, then that's going to be great as well. But firstly, getting right into this, Amar, I'm going to ask you firstly your top 4, or if you could start with the 4th position team.
Yeah, we are going straight into it. Yeah, so I went with Arsenal top 4. The main reason why is that I think Arteta is starting something good at Arsenal, and I think he has potential to play well. Like he has potential to do well at Arsenal, and with the signings that they've got recently, it solves a lot of their problems, and I see them finishing fourth. I don't know. I'm not supposed to believe in Arteta, but I somehow do. So I gave them fourth, and then Ted, I gave it to Liverpool. A lot of people are going to hate me on.
Ooh, that's a controversial one.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but I give it to Liverpool. I don't see them being as good as they were last season. They could be good, but I don't see them being good as good as they were last season. And yeah, so of course I put them at third. And on top of that too, Klopp's comments about how Chelsea has spent it in the transfer window got me pissed off, and I pushed them down to level to third. So yeah. So with second, I went to Chelsea. I feel like we'll challenge for the title this season, but I don't think we'll win it. I don't think we are ready to win it, and we've solved a lot of problems that we had last season. So I feel like yes, we might give a slight kind of like we will be above Liverpool a bit, not that much. Probably we might interchange from as the season goes by, but I feel like we'll finish second. And then first, I put City because it looks like the only problem that they had last season was a defensive problem, and it looks like they're about to solve it with the sign of Koulibaly. If they get Koulibaly in, that would just solidify the team, and they have a fantastic team. Even their bench can be a first team for most teams in the Premier League. So yeah, if they get Koulibaly in after getting Ake as well, they can win the league easily. So that's my top 4: Arsenal fourth, Liverpool third, Chelsea second, City first.
Quite some bold predictions there, putting a champion team at number 3 and having a rival coming top 4. But I'm not going to doubt that because I've got something similar to that as well. But Alex, your predictions to the top 4 starting for number 4.
I'm looking forward to it, man. And if you thought Amart was bold, right? So I'm going 4th with Liverpool. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going 4th with Liverpool because okay. So I just feel it also is dependent on. This is very dependent on how well United do. But I think they'll if they can get Sancho over the line. They got Henderson coming back too, so you're gonna have it's gonna be interesting to see how the dynamic is. But yeah, I don't see Liverpool replicating what they've done this season. It was extremely hard for Man City to replicate for Man City to win the league. Wait, it was back to, did they win it 3 in the? It was 2017.
It was
They
twice in
won
a
it
row.
twice. They won it twice in a row.
Yeah, it was pretty hard for them to do it with a huge squad that they have, and with Liverpool, they pretty much relied on the same 11 or 12, 13 players the last season. And I just don't see. I really don't. I'd be very surprised if they stay, if they finished first or second, particularly because as well the fixture list is quite congested as well. So yeah, I'd be very surprised. So yeah, I'm going with them in fourth. Then third, I'll go Man United. But then again, it's kind of dependent on how if they can get Sancho over the line. But I don't see them. I see them replicating the form that they made in post restart. And yeah, that the competition, I reckon. Or to be fair, I think the competition between the gap between the top four teams will be very close, much closer than last season when Chelsea were like 30 points off Liverpool. Yeah, I think it'll be much closer, but I do reckon I do see the teams above United to just I don't know. I think yeah, the teams above I've placed above United just have better squads, and but I don't put it past United to even finish second in a way. I see them carrying over the form they had of from post lockdown. Then second, I've gone with Chelsea. Yes, we don't need to explain too much. I think all the Chelsea fans are so happy with the signings that we've made, and we've strengthened everywhere where we've needed to, except for perhaps DM. But you never know, Rice might be coming in. And I think as of today, it's confirmed that Mendy is. We've got a here we go from Fabrizio saying that Mendy will happen. So yeah, we've pretty much strengthened absolutely everywhere. But then again, there's the issue of how long the players will take to gel. So I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea even finished third or fourth. It's quite difficult to predict, but I'll be optimistic and say second. And then I think the obvious choice is City in first. Yeah, what more is there to say? I think they'll be even after. I mean, they had a bit of a disappointing end in the Champions League, and with assuming Liverpool can't carry over that, can't do what they've done this year. I see Man City to be. I don't know if they can get in Koulibaly or even Ake. To be fair, even Ake is a good signing, and so is Ferran Torres. So yeah, I see them just to be typical City and outscore everyone and have a couple of defensive issues, but blowing most of the teams away and going for the title. So yeah, City in first.
All right, so quite bold predictions again. We've seen Liverpool drop from first position to third, according to Amart, and then from first to fourth, according to Alex. But we'll all just would like to say a disclaimer to all Liverpool fans if you're watching this. It's purely because of Klopp's comments. Purely.
Yeah.
We'd love to put him in the bottom three.
Mohammed, what are yours? Have you got some predictions?
Yeah. Number 4, Man United for me. They played well. They did well. I mean, I think they can still manage clinch fourth position even if they sign Sancho. There's still a lot of improvements they can do. So overall, there's still a lot of improvements there to be done. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Man United in 4. Not a lot to say about them. Liverpool for me got come in third. They haven't strengthened their squad a lot. There's Thiago isn't confirmed yet, I think, and I don't think they're going to be able to do a double like Man City did because of the strength that Man City are. And I think they'll come in third this year, and Klopp will have to reinforce his lineup once again to become champions again. Second position, which could cause some trouble here. I'm going to go for Man City.
Man City third.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, I like it. I like it a lot.
Leroy Sané's just left, so if they've got less attacking options, haven't really signed anyone, no reinforcements. I mean, they came in second, so I'm going to guess they're going to come in second again. And this one, removing all passion aside, I'm still going to go for Chelsea. I think I've been saying that from the first episode. Chelsea have a very good fighting chance, and I think they can make it to the top position and win the Premier League. If not, at least be really close. So maybe we can have a 5 to 7 point difference between Man City and Chelsea, and I'll be very happy with that. Bold predictions.
Very bold. Yeah. Wait, so you had Chelsea in second, or was it first?
Chelsea
First.
champions.
Yes. It's bold, yeah, but I mean, it's no one really knows how the players will gel. So we could have a 14-15 season like scenario where Costa and Fabregas they kind of got stuck in they got into form pretty quickly, and if we can do the same, who knows how far we can? Who knows if we'll be? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we are competing for the title at least at the.
Yeah, I mean that should be the aim this season. I mean, last year we knew it was a transition season. This season, at least fight for the Premier League, the Champions League, and then win the domestic cups.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still, still a long way to go, though, for Chelsea to become champions and for Liverpool to come in third place. Um, but the bottom three, the toughest, I would say, this year. You know, there's so many teams who could come bottom three, and there's so many options, so many teams you can pick from, actually. Alex, starting with you, your bottom three.
So I've gone with bottom is I've gone 20th as Fulham, which I don't know. I mean, Fulham are a bit of a tricky one. They did the same when last time they came into the Premier League. They made some good signings, but it just didn't really work out for them. And yeah, it's hard. It is really hard to predict the bottom three because anyone can have a downturn in form. But yeah, I've gone with Fulham in 20th just because I'm not really that convinced by any of the signings they've made. I guess although I was very surprised that they've I think it's Areola on loan. They've either got him on loan or they've bought him, and yeah, that was pretty surprising considering
I can't actually remember,
he
but I
was
think, yeah, you're right. It's either a loan or a buyout.
he was at loan at Real Madrid last season. So to go to a just a new team to the Premier League is quite surprising. And then they've got Ola Aina, ex Chelsea as well, who's played mid-table for Torino and Serie A. So yeah, on paper they've made some good signings. I don't have any confidence in them to make it out of the Premier League. And then 19th have gone West Brom but yeah, I don't. And then again, I don't select any of the. To be fair, I've not really followed much of their signings, so I'm not so sure. But once upon a time ago, West Brom were an okay mid-table or lower table club, but just not anymore, I don't think. But who knows? I'd be happy to be surprised to see them go up. And there's some West Brom fans; they'd be very happy to stay up. And then 18th, I've gone Aston Villa. I mean, they barely made it out of the Premier League last time. They barely stayed in the Premier League last time, and I haven't seen any much of the signing. I haven't really heard of any signings that they've made, and yeah, I don't really see them. I mean, maybe it could be quite tight to be fair between them. I think West Ham as well. West Ham have had a bit of a shocker so far this window, letting go some good players on loan to. Actually, no, they left I think it's Grady or something. I can't remember his name, but they've sold a player to West Ham. Sorry, they've sold a player to West Brom, and yeah, it's basically selling quite a key attacker for West Brom last season. I think he was on loan to them, and then they've made that loan permanent. So yeah, West Ham have had a bad season, so it could be West Ham in the bottom three as well. But yeah, I'm going to go West Brom 18th. Sorry,
I think
West Brom 19th, Aston Villa 18th.
not very surprising predictions. I think these are one of the many teams someone would actually pick for the bottom three. But Amart, you're the bottom three.
Yeah, I think I have something similar, but 20th, I went for West Ham. I don't know. I feel like this is the season where they finally go out. Always, it's been like a whole day or one day scenario. They'll be fighting the relegation battle, and at the end of the season, they somehow come out of the bottom three. I think this season will be too strong for them to hold on to that to survive relegation. I feel like they'll go down. And then in 19th, I went for Aston Villa. Aston Villa also last season they were very very close to relegation, and I don't feel like they've strengthened their team enough to be able to stay up. The transfer window is not over yet, so they can still strengthen their team. But as of now, I don't feel like they have a strong enough team to survive the league. And 18, I'm going to go for Dirty Leeds. Leeds. um, I feel like we'll have a similar scenario to Norwich last season. Like very good, very they play quality football, but the Premier League might be too big of a challenge for them. We saw that in Norwich. We're all on board the Pookie party, and all of a sudden he couldn't score goals again. They were just all over the place, and I feel like something similar will happen to Leeds. I'm just going on a whim here. I've seen their performances. I've seen before I did this prediction, I just watched a little bit of their highlights, and I saw that they did really well. They kind of still reminded me of Norwich, so I feel like they're going to get the same fate. So Leeds in 18, Aston Villa 19, West Ham 20th. I really wish West Ham goes out this time.
Bold predictions going for West Ham on 20th position, but in my opinion, I've got my bottom three, and I've got Fulham at 20 again, as Alex said as well. Haven't strengthened a lot. I think it's the case of they've been in the they don't have much of a chance staying up this time, and I think they're going to go back into the Championship. So I'm going to pick Fulham to go back, and number 19 for me will be Aston Villa. You know, as Amart and both Alex said, they were very close to getting relegated. It was, I think, 1 point between them and the 19th place. I think it was Bournemouth. Yeah, Bournemouth. Aston Villa, I see them going down as well, but this time they'll go down as 19th position. And then 18th position, I'm going to go with Amart, one of Amart's predictions with West Ham United. You know, they haven't bought anyone, haven't strengthened. And as you said, I think this is their time. I think this is where they really go down and goodbye, my friend. That's
Yeah, I
how.
mean, if we get Rice, if we get Rice off of them, he's their best player, and it's just yeah, I would definitely think I would definitely yeah, I'd be pretty
Yeah,
sure West
yeah,
Ham
that'll be
if Rice.
that'll be curtains for them.
Yeah,
I think the only anomaly team here with our predictions is Leeds, but other than that, I think all the other teams we've all here and there got them as relegated teams. So it will be very surprising to see who goes down. I mean, but then no, there's a bigger and better race this year for the top scorers and top assists and everything. So if we can have Amartel, his top scorer for this season.
Top scorer, no one else but Timo Werner. I just feel like he has this season will be very very big for him. I won't lie about that. And yeah, there are a lot of expectations on him to succeed, but I know he will. I can just feel it. I just feel like he will, and I feel like he will come on top because he is that kind of player that provided he gets the chances, provided he's given the chances, he will bury them. He will score the goal. So it's just up to the wingers and then the attacking mids to create chances. Once he gets the chances, he's going to score. So I feel like no matter where we finish on the table, he's going to be our top scorer.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. So you haven't given a lot of time to Werner to gel in, but I think I would have the similar opinion on Werner as well. But Alex, your top scorer for this Premier League.
so I think the top scorer. Yeah, I agree with the Mart. It's gonna be Timo. I'd be very surprised. Like unless he gets injured or something, I'd be very surprised if he's not a top scorer. I mean, yeah, Kai Havertz doesn't. I mean, perhaps if Kai Havertz is used as the centre forward role, and yeah, say we have an injury to one of our wingers, I'd wouldn't be surprised if Werner's moved out left, and then perhaps Kai Havertz has moved up, is used as striker or false nine. So perhaps Kai Havertz could be in the running, but yeah, it's something would have to be very wrong if it wasn't Werner this year.
Yeah.
I think there's no explanation to why I would go against you guys' decision. But yeah, for Chelsea, of course, Werner. I mean, he looks like he's in. He already scored against Brighton, so maybe some goals against Brighton this week as well. Maybe two or three. Maybe his hat-trick. You know, I'd love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, we've established our top scorer for the season. But quickly, just a number. How many goals is Werner going to score, Amar?
So in the Premier League, I gave him 26.
Alex, what about you?
I'm gonna go with 20. I'm gonna go with 20. Yeah, 20.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to go with uh, something around the range of maybe let's go with 22, 23. You know, seems like a reasonable number for someone with the caliber of Werner. All
Yeah.
right, so next on the agenda, top assists. Who is it going to get it, and how many assists? Let's start with Alex this time.
Oh, this is a hard one because you could go for there's the easy option of Ziyech, but there's also Havertz and Mount, of course, too. It is tough. Well, then there's also Werner as well. Werner got quite a few assists in last season, but I'm gonna go with Ziyech, and I'm gonna go with in the league. I'm gonna go 13 assists in the league.
All right, yeah, reasonable amount.
But it could. I wouldn't be surprised if it's more than that. I wouldn't put it past him to. He's
Amart,
easily.
what about you?
Yeah, considering I put Chelsea second, I feel like he might have more assists. He might have more involvement in our goals. So I gave him 22 assists.
Just in the Premier League.
Yeah, just in the Premier League, 22. Last season, I think.
Wow.
So you'd have him win the. So would he win the playmaker award for you, or do you see someone else getting
No,
more?
He's winning the playmaker award for me.
Breaking
All right,
time assist record in the Premier League.
I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna go with Havertz then. I think I'll go a bit different with you guys.
Very nice. Yeah, I mean, Lampard has said about how he's going to use them. He wants to use them a bit out wide at first. So
Yeah,
yeah,
let's give Havertz a shout, and maybe with 17 assists.
pretty realistic. I mean, although in the league
Yeah,
depends
it
how
should be
it
fine.
is, but yeah, it should. I mean, it is a high amount. Anything above 15 assists. And, I mean, even Prime Hazard, it's Hazard in his best season for us statistically, he only got 15 assists, I think, or 16 assists. So for Ziyech to get more would be pretty amazing.
It's a wild guess. It's a wild guess.
Yeah, for sure. To be fair, it's not completely it's not unrealistic. It's you saw his he's put up amazing numbers in in Champions League and in the Dutch league, so he's got it in him to get these insane assist numbers. That's why we've bought him.
And I think Amart predicted 26 goals for Werner, so we might see ZX assist 22 of them, and then the other 4 from the rest of the teammates.
Mhm.
Anyways, moving on to the tricky part of this video, the trophies. Are we gonna start with? Let's start with Alex on this. The Champions League. Yes or no?
Champions League, yes or no? I love it. Oh
Just
no,
simplified.
I like it like that. But I think no, I don't think we're gonna win it. Just don't see. Uh, I think we have an attack that on paper is worthy of challenging for it, but I do not think our defense side is. I'm not saying defense is bad. It's just not Champions League competing Champions League level yet. But so in the Champions League, I think no, and quarterfinals. Go out in the quarterfinals.
All right, yeah, seems reasonable. I'm gonna skip over the Premier League because I think we've already made our predictions on that one.
Yeah.
So, um, I would say Chelsea are going to be champions, Premier League champions. The rest of you said they're going to come in second. But Amar, your Champions League, yes or no?
Yeah. I don't think we're going to win it. I agree with Alex. I feel like we are not there yet. We are definitely going to be very good this season. I predicted us to be very good this season, but I don't think we have we've been able to play so long to be able to get that chemistry to actually go through the Champions League stages and win it. I, I I think we'll get to at least the quarterfinals. We should get to the quarterfinals, and probably we will get kicked out in the quarterfinals. But I feel like we will be able to get the quarter. If we're able to finish um top our group in the group stages, we can get probably a less difficult challenge in the round 16, and then we can qualify the quarterfinals.
All right. Amar, Carabao Cup. Are we doing it this year? We got out in that last time. I think it was Spurs. Was it Spurs?
Yeah,
Who knocked
Carabao
us
Cup.
out?
I feel like we'll get to the finals. I don't know whether we'll win it or not, but I feel like we'll get to the finals, depending on who we meet. I think City have stamped their how to say it, put their stamp on
It's
the
their
trophy.
trophy.
Yes, it's their trophy. So I don't really know, but I feel like we'll get to the finals. So depending who we meet, we could actually win it. But I'm just giving us finals.
Yeah. Okay. Alex, Carabao Cup.
I'm gonna go with getting to the final. No, I'm gonna say us winning it. I think. Oof. Yeah. No, I don't know. Mm, yes, I'll say we'll win. We'll win the Carabao Cup this year. We'll overcome our City. I don't know, weird magic. We tend to always lose against City in the Carabao Cup. We'll get to the final, and then yeah. So I'm gonna say we win it. We beat City in the final.
maybe get Caballero on time this time. So
Exactly.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to remember that in there. But FA Cup, guys. Alex.
I don't think we'll win it. I think it's kind of got Arsenal's name written all over it. It's kind of their trophy nowadays. Whenever Arsenal aren't a shambles, they tend to win it. So I'd say semi-final, and then we lose to Man City or Arsenal.
So, did you say semi-final or final there?
Semi-final.
All right, yeah. Amart, your FA Cup journey
Yeah,
for Chelsea.
yeah. Like I also put down here that we'll win it. I feel like we'll win the FA Cup. Last season, the our major problem was in defense, and then two of our players went out injured, and then there was bad officiating from the referee. I don't think these um, factors will worry us this season. I feel like if we go through and get to the finals, we are definitely winning. And I feel like yes, we'll go through get to the finals and win it. And we have a very good shot at winning it. And I don't think anything's going to stop us from winning it this time.
Yeah, I think we've got quite a good we've got quite good chance winning the domestic trophies. But in my predictions, Champions League 100% we're not winning it this year unless it's some sort of miracle, and we somehow get Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, and Mbappe, everyone on our team by the winter transfer window. But that's not happening. As of the Premier League, I said yes because I called Chelsea to become the champions. And then for the cups, I've gone with a tricky prediction. Um, and I've said if we win one of the cups, the other one will probably get to the semi final or the final and then not be able to win. And I could be totally wrong because I wanted to say yes for both of the cups because we've got equal chance in them. But again, the journey for the Carabao Cup is longer than the FA Cup. So I would say either one of them we win, the other one will probably get to quite a good stage, and then we'll probably just go out on penalties or something. I don't see Chelsea winning the domestic treble, but at least we can hopefully do the double. There's a chance.
Yeah, there is a chance. We have a big squad, and like we can manage it. We can manage domestic competitions very well, I think. So yeah, I think there's a good chance.
Yeah, and I think let's go to an overall for Chelsea. How many goals are we going to score? I think let's say throughout all competitions, or do we? Let's stick with the Premier
Say
League
league,
actually.
because if we
Yeah,
make it to some, you never know. If we somehow get knocked out in Europa, not if we make it into Europa League somehow by coming third in the group, probably score way more goals. Yeah, keep it to the league.
yeah.
Yes, yes,
So in the Premier League, how many goals are Chelsea going to score, and how many are they going to concede? If I can just get one number from everyone, starting with Amar.
okay. With the goal scored, I put 86. I feel like we score a lot of goals this season, so I give them 86 goals scored. And then
Fair enough.
the goals conceded. Um, provided that we have, I feel like we've solved. If we today Mendy was confirmed, so it probably we've now solved the goalkeeper problem, and then we've solved the defensive issues as well with Chilwell and Thiago Silva. So I feel like we'll concede very less, so 35 goals.
Wow, that's quite an improvement from last season. I mean, whew, it was shambles last season looking at these predictions. Um,
Yeah.
Alex, who have you got? I mean, what have you got?
I'm gonna go with we score 90. Yeah, 90. I'm gonna go with
Wow.
90. No, 90 goals. I just think we've got so many. Our attack is just is it's almost Man City like in the level of depth we have in the number of great attackers that we have, and yeah, it's optimistic. But yeah, I'd expect us to be. I mean, considering we scored 69 this season, and we've added some. Just when you get Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, and Hakim Ziyech, and it's like if we're not scoring at least 20 more, then that's kind of worrying. I think something's gone wrong. And then presuming all of our great attackers manage to stay fit, yeah, I'm gonna go best case 90. My prediction is 90, and then defense. Sorry, goals conceded. Yeah, I think so. You'd hope for to concede less, and I'm gonna go with 38. I think it'll take 38. Seems about right. I don't know. Yeah, 38.
Wow, some really good defensive
Yeah,
predictions. I would have said quite a high number, but I'm just rethinking my predictions for the goals conceded. I think Alex, you were going to say something.
Sorry, it just depends on you never know if Choel Silva and Choel and Thiago Silva don't and Mendy don't integrate so well yet. It could be more, but it would be an achievement to concede anything anywhere near as much as we did last season. So yeah, expecting a good improvement on that.
Hopefully we do. In my opinion, we're going to score 95 goals. I'm going to go highest from all of you guys, solely because I think we're going to concede 45 goals. You know, we've improved our defense, but it's not at the best. And I think if I can remember, it was 67 this season, or is it 69?
So we're talking about in the league we conceded 54.
54. So I think we're gonna go 45. I'll go 40. I'll go 40 with this one. I think the biggest margin for goal difference is mine, with 55 goals. Yeah, I think 55. That's pretty. Should be pretty good. We've got a lot of defensive improvements, and then of course we've got so many attacking options to score goals. I mean, if Havertz doesn't score, if Werner doesn't score, if Tammy doesn't score, if Giroud doesn't score, we've got so many options. Like I could go on days counting on who can score the goals. But who do we look at from the Chelsea squad as our player of the season? We know Kovacic won it last year or last season. Who do we see it for next season? If we can go with Amart for this one.
Okay. Yeah. Like you said, Kovacic won last season. I actually voted for Mount to win last season. But yeah, Kovacic was also a very, very close contender, and he fully deserved last season's Player of the Season award. I feel like this season is going to be a tough one because we have a lot of candidates that can actually have a good season. Werner, Ziyech, Kai Havertz, even Mount. They can all have a good season. I chose Werner just purely because I gave him the top score. I feel like he will be consistent. He will score goals. He probably might have one or two droughts, but I feel like he'll be consistent to the end. And in the end, I'm pretty sure that the one with the most goals will get it this time, and Werner will be our player of the season.
Very bold move, because I think this year Kovacic got it, but he wasn't the top scorer. So, looking forward to that one. But Alex, who are you going for?
I think I agree with Amart. It's team. I don't see anyone past Timo Werner. I mean, so far this season, I mean, what he scored against Brighton, he scored in his international friendly. Or no, it wasn't friendly. It was Nations League against Spain. And yeah, I'm expecting huge things from him this season, and it's completely warranted, as I think. And yeah, if he's going to get 20, 25 goals, then I think any other player in the squad's going to have to play an absolute madness in the Champions League.
Exactly.
Then to even be in contention to try and get the player of the season off of Werner. Yeah, I'm going to go with Werner.
I'm going to go against you guys. I'm going to say Ziyech. I'm going to say he's experienced. I think Werner still will take a few matches, or it will take him time to settle into the Premier League. But Ziyech's someone who's got so much experience playing with Ajax that he can maybe come into the squad at 27 years old, and he can just settle in, and it'll seem like Ziyech's been through the academy at Chelsea and been at Chelsea forever. So I think Ziyech, because of the fact that he can make such good plays, and then we saw it against the Ajax versus Chelsea match last season, and he will be the key here for us. And I think he'll win the player of the season.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That's very fair. Like I said, it's very difficult to pick one.
Yeah, you've
for
got
the
so many
season
options.
there's so many options. Kante might surprise us. Thiago Silva might
Yeah.
surprise us. So yeah, we are. I think we're just going for the obvious ones. The
I think
surprises might
I'd love
come.
to see a defensive player win it. You know, if we concede a lot less goals than what we conceded last time, I think I wouldn't mind if a defender wins it. You know, or even Kepa. You know, what are the chances?
Yeah, Kepa.
That sounds like a very good bet.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. I heard you. I heard you properly. That's why I asked again.
I hope he does. Honestly, if there's one player I actually really, really hope is player of the season, it is Kepa. He just
He has signed 7 years for us, so we just have to hope that he gets better because he can't be at a team and be consistently bad like that. And yeah, we just hope he gets better, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, anyways, whatever the stats are, whatever the predictions are, hopefully it is a very fun season to watch as fans, and we do get um, the results that we want from Chelsea, and we see a improvement for what we had this season. I think that sums it up for the predictions. We aimed for for a 20-minute video. I'll have to sit down and edit it as soon as possible and see how long it is, but it was fun. I mean, sometimes when you're talking about football, you can go on for days and days, and you wouldn't realize. Thank you guys, Alex and Amart, joining me again. It's nice to have you back.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the results to see the results at the end of the season to see whose prediction came true.
Yeah, I'll be sure to type this up on a document. Just save this, just as just to make sure that it's all safe and sound. But I think that's all for today's episode, guys. It's not an actual podcast, but I think we've stretched it so long that it's going to become a podcast. Anyways, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, rating, and comment below your predictions. We would love to hear it, and then follow us on all of our social media accounts to find out more predictions as well as predicting your own scores. Tag us in your predictions and we'll post it on our stories on Instagram and retweet them on Twitter. If you're listening to this on any of our platforms in which there's no video, so make sure to subscribe on those ones. Make sure to add our podcast on your playlist. It helps us a lot, especially on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. With that being said, tomorrow we will be releasing another podcast as a bonus just right before the season starts. We've got a special guest. Or the only hint I can give you guys is it's someone from SW6. So if you comment below who it is, and we'll like your comment. If it's the person, we'll like the comment. And then other than that, just gonna say thank you guys for your support, and we'll see you next time.